down there in West Virginia or not, but we finally got him squared away there. He's running an FT950 there, and he's running about 3 kT wide. But go ahead, Brian. Say hello to Doug up there in New York. KB3RDT.
Yeah, Doug, I missed your call, Doug. Can I have your call sign again?
Yeah, sure, Brian, and I'm hearing you fine. You're 5'9". I'm on Long Island. I'm about 50 miles east of New York City. Call sign is Kilowatt Bravo number 2, Uniform Kilowatt Alpha. And Carl, I just turned the live stream on, so we are live on YouTube right now. Go ahead, Brian.
Hey, Doug, very fine. KB2UKA.
What's up, Andy?
And 3 FBS recurring. Yeah, I didn't know you had a YouTube channel there, Doug. I'll have to check that out there sometimes, though.
Oh, yeah. I've been doing it about 2 years. I don't have the camera on right now, just the pan adapter. But just put my call sign into the search box of YouTube, you'll find it. This is the second video I did today. I did one early this morning. So you'll be able to hear and see your signal report identically to what I'm hearing. My receive gets routed right into the live stream. But you're sounding good. Station here, well, you heard me. The transceiver is a Sunsdr2 DX. The amplifier is a Mercury III amp kit. I'm doing a touch under 1200 watts into a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 ground radials. They're 65-foot in length, and there's a legal limit remote tuner at the base, at the feed point. And all the audio is processed in Logic Pro. Over.
Okay, very good. KB2UKA. That's 3 FBS returning. Yeah, nice setup there. Doug. Definitely nice audio and everything. I'm still messing around with this 950 Yaesu I bought. You know, trying to get the audio level just right and make it sound good. You're anywhere from S9 to send over up here in West Virginia, so no problem at all copying. But yeah, there's
What's up,
so many
Glenn?
buttons and knobs, and what's the one thing I screwed up when I put the button on here, and I don't know how to get out of the menu. I'm using a certified CFO to change purchases and everything now instead of the main tuning knob, so I don't know how in the heck I turned that on. I don't know how to shut the thing off there. Over.
Well, what's interesting, I have an FT950 that's been sitting in my garage for 8 years. And every now and then I get the hanker to hook it up, and you might have just given it to me again. So I can't answer your question because if I plug that thing in, I'm gonna have to read the manual. I have no idea how to use it anymore. But man, that was a great radio, and it is a great radio. I hope mine still works.
How's the audio sound on it? It's just a stock dynamic microphone here.
You're 5'7", so I can't give you a great audio report because I can't, to give good audio report, right, you got to be like 10 over. But from what I'm hearing, I like it. And maybe you need a little bit more gain. What microphone?
You're on a stock.
Stock hand mic. It's a dynamic mic cam to rig.
Okay, and if I remember correctly, there's an ALC meter on that thing. I'm almost sure. When you're talking into it, what are you doing with the ALC? ALC. I'm trying to find it here.
Yeah, you need to activate your ALC meters. I don't know how you do it on a rig, but that's what you need to do. I can see what he's talking about. It's sometimes you're really good in there, and other times you're not like you're not present to the microphone. You're not really addressing the microphone like you should be.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the audio. So there's 3 different level menus you can go in here and just try, but I'm not ready to mess around that yet.
Yeah, it's going to be a work in progress, but you sound in good communication audio right now. But I bet that 950 could do a lot. And I wasn't into this ESSB stuff when I was using that thing. I think it could also be modified to go out to 4K. I'm not sure, but I'm almost certain it can be. Yeah, so you could turn your drive all the way down. Not now, don't do that now. But you could turn your power all the way down to 0, and go find if you don't have a dummy load, and go find a quiet frequency, and talk into the microphone. And you want that ALC on your voice peaks to pretty much clip right at the threshold of clipping. So I don't know if it's a 0 dB meter, but you want it to touch 0 dB on your voice clips, and then regular conversation like I'm having right now, regular volume. You'd probably want it to go to like halfway to 2/3, but on really loud peaks, you want it to just kiss 0 dB. So you'll adjust that with your mic gain. So the higher you put your mic gain, the more you'll drive the ALC. The lower you put the mic gain, the lower you'll drive the ALC. So that's a good indicator on if you have enough mic gain or not. Over.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely have to mess around with that. Maybe I'll get on the 10 meters tonight. And there's a MOS setting, so you can monitor. You could hear yourself and see what you sound like. So I'm gonna try that and maybe some monitor testing. Then I'll get it down to 10. That way I don't bother nobody over.
You change your bandwidth, Brian?
No.
I'm seeing him at 3K.
Okay. I thought you lost it. But every once in a while, I don't understand him, but sometimes he loses his bass response. Another time, like you said, he's done communication great. And another time he comes in here, he's got some good low frequency response. I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, well, you just got the radio, right, Brian? See, he's got to play with the settings. Just, grab the manual, watch a couple of YouTube videos, and then once you know where the menu settings are, like how to get into the EQ, and I don't know, it might be a high and a low EQ, it might be 3-band, I don't remember. But once you know where all that stuff is, then you got to figure out what do you want to sound like, because it doesn't matter what we hear. Like I want to sound a certain way, and I'll show you what that is in a second. It's not this profile, but you figure out what you want to sound like, and then you get on with me, Carl. I don't know. There's a bunch of guys. My good friend Art, that has a good ear, and we can help you adjust the EQ. But step one is get that ALC peaking right at 0 dB.
KB2UKA.
Hey, TDX, how you doing?
I think it was PDX or something like that. Go ahead.
Thank you. Kilo Charlie 8, Tango Delta X-ray. Is that Frank out there?
No, that's Doug.
Hey, David. We've spoken 3 or 4 times. It's Doug, KB2UKA. How you doing?
Hey, I'm not doing too bad. I don't know. I've been messing around with the audio, trying to get people to help with this, and they keep telling me it sounds kind of scratchy and all. I'm thinking that it's my throat because I feel like I'm getting a sore throat, but I don't know. What do you think of this audio?
Nice.
Go ahead, Carl.
I just said it needs some highs. Other than that, you've got a lot of low end. Just need a little bit more highs there. My name's Carl, by the way. Charlie Alpha Radio Lecture. I'm just southwest of Lake Erie. Running a ICOM 7300 here. It sounded good here. Good S9. Like I said, they could use a little bit more high frequency roll off. Other than that, it sounds really good. Nice bass response, by the way.
Okay, I rolled the bass off a little bit and brought the mids and the highs up just a little bit. How did that help there?
Big difference. Big difference. You could use a little bit more high frequency range.
Let me just comment real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I like that better too. Now, what setting is your mid on? You said you put it up. So, like, what's the scale? Where is it right now?
Okay, let me explain my system. I'm using an RE20 microphone going into a Yamaha mixer that's got 3-band EQ, compression, and coming out of that into my radio, which is a Yaesu FT2000D.
Okay, very good. Are you doing any processing in the Yaesu?
Yes, I am, and but I'm only using the mic EQ. I don't have the processor turned on there. 1, 2, right there is with the processor on, and right here is only with the EQ on.
Okay, with the EQ on, what is in and what? So you're EQing on the mixer, correct? And you're EQing in the radio?
They set me up in the radio and bypassed the mixer, but they couldn't get the low end out of the microphone because it's got so much low end. So we started. I hooked the mixer back up, and that's when I started dialing in, the mids and the highs to get the clarity, and rolled the low end out to clean it up.
Okay. Well, first of all, you sound great. Okay, it sounds great. Here's what I'd like you to do, and I'm live on YouTube right now, so you're going to be able to hear all of this later. Don't put it on now; it'll drive you nuts. There's a delay, but it'll be up there forever. And the timestamp right now is 11 minutes 36 seconds. So when you go watch this back later, just fast forward to about 9 minutes, maybe 8 minutes, and you'll hear when you came in. All right. So in the radio, what is it a low, mid, and high setting for the EQ?
It's got EQ 1, 2, and 3, and then parametric 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, so what frequency in the EQ is number 2 set on?
You want to know the hertz, like 2700 what?
Correct. So you can, since it's parametric, number 1 is probably, I don't know how low it goes, but figure it's around 100 hertz. Number 2 might be 500 to 800, or maybe 650 to 1,000, and number 3 might be 1,200 to 2,800. I'm just guessing, but what if you could take a look? What hertz is the number 2 setting?
The number 2 setting is at 1,300. The number 1 setting is at 400, and the number 3 setting is at 2,800.
Okay, and I'm sorry, number 2 is at 1,300?
1,300, and the level is 6, and the bandwidth is set at 3.
Okay, can you change that 1,300 to 800?
Okay, right there is 800 on EQ number 2.
Okay. Now I'm assuming the level is still at 6. Put the level at 0.
Okay, right there, the level is at 0.
Carl, you hear that?
Oh yeah, I hear it. I'm 3.6 KTY, so yeah.
Okay, so by cutting your mid, and we're going to do it a little bit more, you didn't have to boost your high. It brought the high up by bringing the mid-range down. So, and remember, it's what do you want to sound like? I know what I like to hear, but that might not be what you want to sound like. So you're going to hear it on the YouTube channel. So for me, I like to boost my low end, and I like to boost my high end, and I like to cut the mid-range. So now you're at 0 on that. Bring it down to -2.
Okay, right there is -2 on EQ number 2 level.
Okay, good. Now, go to EQ number 1, and you said that was at 400. Change that to 100.
Okay, right there is EQ number 1, frequency 100.
Okay. And what is that? What is that plus or minus on the level?
That one is set at -10.
Boost coming up a little wee bit.
Yeah, try putting that one at -5.
Okay, here's -10, 9, 8, -8, 7, 6. There's -5 right there.
Okay, great. Now, one last one. Go to EQ number 3 and change it to change the frequency to 2500.
Okay, here's 2800, 28, 27, 27, 26, 26. There's 2500.
Okay, and what is that level set at?
Level at 10.
Wow. Okay. What's the highest it'll go?
That's it.
All right. Give me a little audio. Tell me about your antenna.
Okay, Kilo Charlie 8, Tango Delta X-ray in Lynchburg, Virginia. I'm using a Alpha Delta fan dipole 80 through 10 meters at approximately 30 feet in height at the apex.
No. Now you sound normal.
Yep. I want to see one more thing, though. Go back to EQ number 1. Remember we set that at 100 hertz? What's the lowest? Can you go below 100?
I can only go to off. There's off, off, off. Right there is 100, 100, 100.
Okay. Carl, do you know that radio at all?
No, I don't know that radio at all. But where he's set now, he sounds a lot better than when he first came in here. He lost all that low. I mean, he still has some lows. Don't get me wrong. He still has that bottom end. He still has the bass. But it don't sound like it was in the muddy range anymore. It sounds more natural. KB2UKA.
Yeah, it does. What I'd love to know, and so like you have right now, you have EQ1 set at 100. I think we set 2 at 800, and then we set number 3 at 2500. Do you know if we change, let's say we change number 2 to 500, will it save what we did on 800, or does it just override that? Do you know?
I would have to have him, you know, I mean, I know when he changed that, it was like a wow to me. I mean, when he changed, I don't remember where it was, but it definitely, see, what I always do, no, this is on a natural 8-band EQ. What I do is around 300 hertz, I go down 6 dB, so that's where your muddy frequencies is. So, I always roll that down about 6 dBs on the 300 hertz range.
Yeah. So Dave, do you know if let's say we want to change number 2 now to 500? Do you know if that'll save what we did on 800?
Until I push and hold in the memory save button, it hasn't saved any of these settings as yet. So all I have to do is just jump from band to band and make the changes. Then when I get everything changed, I can commit everything to memory.
Okay, so now roll EQ2 down to 500.
Okay, EQ2, frequency 800, 800, 800, 700, 700. Whoops, wait a minute. Yeah, off. It goes to off at 700, so it's off, off, off. 700, 700 is as low as it goes.
Okay, put that one back to 800 and leave it like we had it, and then go to EQ1 and see if that'll go up to 500.
EQ1 frequency 100, 100, 200, 200, 300, 400, 500 at EQ1 frequency.
Okay, now at 500, what's the level at?
-5, -5.
Bring it down to -7.
-5, -5, -6, -6, -7 right now, -7.
Okay, I would lock that in. Your mid-range is reduced, and your highs are coming out, and your low end's still there, I think.
Yeah, he still has a lot to lose. It's good though. It's not a bad way. It's in a good way.
Okay, and I still have the mixer set it however we changed it when we first started.
What is your name, by the way?
Everything is...
It's David.
Flip that way, young kid. What is your name? KB2 already did.
My name is David. I'm in Lynchburg, Virginia. Kilo Charlie 8 Tango Delta X-ray.
There you go. You're on a TS 2000, right?
TS 2000D and an Electro Voice RE20 microphone.
Are you running a cloud lifter?
Sounds really good.
Hey, Doug, W4DOM.
Hey, Dom. And guys, I just switched profiles here. So this is my I'm not 4K. I'm going to go 4K in a second. But this is my bassy profile.
I can't really tell the difference because I'm only maxed out 3.6.
Yeah, but this one, you should be hearing more low end. Definitely. What's up, Dom? How you doing?
Caught me with a mouthful. Doing all right.
All right, Dom. I'm in here with Carl. Carl, I know your call, but I didn't log it this time, so you're going to have to give it to me again. And I'm in here with Dave, KC8TDX in Virginia. Carl, what's your call?
Kilowatt Bravo 3 Radio Delta Tango.
Kilo Bravo 3 Radio Delta Tango. Okay, there we go. Dom, how do you copy Carl?
Oh, I hear Carl good. We talked before. Hello, Carl. W4DOM.
Hello there. Hello there. Yeah. Yeah, David, I would lock those in. They sound very, very, you have it now. It sounds good. I don't know. The TS2000, they always have that, I hate to say this, but they always have that robotic, metallic sound when they on the audio. Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, an RE20 for $70, Bill, I would take it.
You're on frequency, but it's splitting hairs.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Are you on 7.219?
Yes, sir. You're right on the money. It's just slightly. I don't think if you went in there to make the adjustment, you could do it.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I don't have an RE20, but a lot of my friends do. And what position do you have those switches on the back of it?
I've got it in the cut low end side. Okay, so here is the slide off the bass or the cut for the low end, low end, low end, low end. Hold on, can't reach it. Low end, and here is the flat. This is the flat setting, roll off, roll off, roll off.
Flat sound best.
Yeah, I like it. I'm surprised I like the flat better than the low cut, because but I kind of like it flat. Hey, Dom, you don't know where Art keeps his, do you?
Not offhand.
Let me see if I could get an expert here. Hold on.
Yeah, try signal. Doesn't that have a high cut too? Or?
This one only has the two switch, roll off or flat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you sound best at flat. I mean, yeah, flat.
Yeah, everyone on the live stream is saying flat sounds better too, Dave.
Okay, this is roll off, roll off, roll off. This is flat, 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 flat.
Yeah, flat, at least what I'm hearing, it brightened it up.
Yep.
He is 20 hertz off, though.
What's that? 20 what?
He's just a little bit.
What, I'm off frequency?
No, the other guy you helped.
What is he again? What? How much?
0.02.
Hey, Dave, we're on 219 even. I think you're off a little bit.
I'm just looking at the digital readout on the radio. It's right on 219.
Sound common. Mine does it too. When the old as they age, they'll go off a little bit. But it is a simple adjustment if you look it up on YouTube.
He sounds on to me.
Me too. But I didn't go down or up, so I don't know.
Maybe it's my voice. Maybe I'm O2 off of my voice.
Yes, if that's the case, Dave, there's no adjustment for that, unfortunately.
I had to get ex-wife to grab me around the neck really tight, and now it put me right on frequency.
It's sounding good though. I like the adjustments we made. It brought your high end out more.
Now, let me ask you one more thing, okay? I want to make another change here. Because you remember I said that the Yamaha mixer had compression on the channel. What I'm going to do is take it from where it's set right now and click it off, and I want to see what the difference is. So here is on, there is off on the compression, and here it is back on at the same level. What do you see there, if anything?
You maintained signal strength during that whole test until the end. I heard no change. So what settings do you have on that compressor? What can you adjust?
It's just a single control for compression on that particular channel on the mixer.
So what is the control? Is it threshold? Is it ratio?
0 to 10.
0 to 10. And where do you have it set?
About 11 o'clock.
All right, so what is that? Like 7, 10, 9, 8. What is that, like 5?
Probably 4.5 or something. Let me give you a comparison from where I'm at here. I showed you what it sounded like completely off. So here's with it all the way at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4, 5. Here's all the way open and dialing backwards to 11 o'clock again.
Okay, so yeah, your signal drop, because when we increase compression, we reduce signal strength, obviously, power output. I don't know. Let me hear you at 11 o'clock and then roll it down to like 2 o'clock.
Okay, 11 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and right about there is 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and then here drastically is all the way off, all the way off.
I don't know. I liked like 1:30, 2 o'clock. What about you guys?
Yeah, it brings in the more richness in his audio, I think.
I think 2 o'clock sounds good.
Yeah, 1:30, 2 o'clock, somewhere in there really sounds good. It really brings his, compression. All compression it does makes you every little syllable match with whatever the low frequency you have. Like if you have a little light voice like this, it'll bring it in with when you speak loud. That's what the compression is supposed to do.
I just saw something. I got to make. Well, no, I don't. I don't have to make any changes. Okay. Yeah, that's fine right there then. Hey, Carl.
Yes.
Shoot him in at 7218.98 and then let him call.
All right.
Say again.
Choose the receiver to 7218.98 and then let him talk.
Down 20 hertz.
All right, go ahead, Dave.
Okay, now I've got a real different kind of sounding voice and everything too, kind of a high tenor singing sort of voice with a little bit of a sore throat today. So that might be why you are thinking or hearing me a little bit off. I don't know, but the radio says 219.
Okay, so now that I went down to 9.8 and then came back to 219, I hear it now. Yeah, you're off just a tiny, tiny hair, and it's got to be what Dom said. It's just the age of the radio, right, Dom?
Yeah, mine done it too, but I had to adjust it. It's not a hard adjustment to do, but you need it. It'd be nice to have a frequency counter when you do it. But when I tune in down there, it actually you sound really good.
Well, if you can go, past 6 kcs on your bandwidth, hello everybody. I don't mean to jump in and intercede, but go to WWV and put it on double sideband or just widen your receive way out and adjust it up 20 hertz, and you'll probably hear it ringing like a guitar string when you hear the same tone on both. You'll hear both of them if you're wide enough.
Hey, Doug.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and 3 FDS. Is this sounding different? I'm trying to play around the menus a little bit here.
Well, it sounds like your audio sounds louder. We still have to EQ you, but did you adjust the mic gain?
No, just playing around with the buttons here, and I found one as pre-programmed.
If you could pull a manual up online, if you have a computer near you, and Google ALC adjustment or ALC meter for FT950, I think we really got to start there. We got to make sure that you're driving the amplifier enough in the radio. So if your ALC's only maxing out, like max at loud peaks at halfway, there's a lot of headroom there that you can increase it, and you'll have more audio power.
Okay, let me try something here. I'm not starting compressor on. Got the mic gain set 10 o'clock. This is with the processor on.
Ooh, he came up over here.
He sure did.
That's it. 10 o'clock setting.
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I got to get out of here. Dave, good to hear you in there. Carl, good. Brian, nice meeting you. You'll get that radio squared away, I'm sure. And David, really good adjustments. Dom, take care. KB2UKA.
All right, Doug. See you later.
Yeah, catch you later, Doug.
Is that?
I don't know who that station is, but he's strong. Yeah, catch you later, Doug. Thanks for jumping in there and saying hello there. Anyway, and David, like I said,
All right, later, guys. Got to go do some Valentine's Day stuff with the fam. Take care.